Honorable Mr. Chairman, Honorable Mr. Speaker, and Honorable Members, I am happy to address this joint session of the State Legislature and to accord all of you a warm welcome to this session. I would like to take this opportunity to convey my best wishes to all the honorable members and their families for the new year. Since I addressed this house last year, certain developments have been taken. I would like to touch upon them briefly. It is a matter of great pride for all of us in the state that a senior political leader from our state was chosen to be the Prime Minister of India and has been heading the coalition of government at the center with the formation of new government at the center based on the common minimum program provision of a few critical social services like community health, primary education, etc. have received a very high and important attention. My government have fully endorsed this special emphasis and have been making adequate provision for all these sectors. The central government today is more conscious of the need for further decentralization and devolution of resources to the states for designing and implementing more programs for social economic development. In this context, it is gratifying to note that a large number of centrally sponsored and central sector schemes are being transferred to states. My government is conscious of the development at the international and national levels involving competition and withdrawal of government from non-essential sectors. We have been examining the areas where such policy reforms can be brought about without sacrificing principles of social justice and welfare of the economically and socially weaker sections. We have recognized the need for providing commodities and services at their economic cost. We are proposing policy reforms by which services become more viable without hardship to the weaker sections of the society. The honorable members are aware that the present year is of special significance for all the Indians wherever they may be. 50 years ago, our country has achieved independence from the foreign rule. Since then, our nation has made significant progress in many areas. The ideals of progressive and strong India, which inspired the freedom fighters and framers of our constitution, must be received once again, and the feeling of excitement and rededication of our energies of nation building must be brought back. My government is making plans for celebrating this significant event. Apart from highlighting significant events, we would also like to educate our people on the threats that still persist to all a liberal, tolerant, and equitable society. Social evils like religious fundamentalism, casteism, and corruption will have to be fought relentlessly, and a good center station must be emphasized. I have no doubt that the honorable members will join me in congratulating the people of India during this year of the 50th anniversary of our independence and in organizing various functions that will be taken up as part of the celebrations. The current financial year will also mark the beginning of 9th 5-year plan, which will take us to the next century when we must forge ahead as strong, united, and proud nation. My government has endorsed the general approach to the 9th plan, aiming at an overall annual economic growth rate of 7%. The state would formulate an appropriate plan and strategy to achieve this rate of growth. It is a matter of satisfaction for us that law and order situation has been maintained effectively in the state. Adequate arrangements were made for peaceful conduct of general election to the parliament and election to be the local bodies in the state. The state continues to enjoy a reputation as a peaceful state where people of various religions and languages live in peace and harmony. The few incidents involving breach of law and order were handled by the firm and appropriate intervention, and the situation was quickly brought under control. We will continue with the current program of modernization of police of fire services to bring about higher degree of effectiveness in the force. A greater emphasis will be laid on increasing the technological inputs into the law and order machinery. Last year, there was a slight delay in the onset of monsoons, while some areas of state suffered from drought in the heavy rains during the short periods caused damage to life and properties in various districts. The beginning of northeast monsoon also caused damages to both public and private properties. The estimated loss to private properties is about rupees 50 crores and the public properties is rupees 80 crores. The state government has spent rupees 30 crores from the Calamity Relief Fund till the end of November. A memorandum seeking central assistance was submitted to the Government of India.